up, everybody? Welcome to Aspects Land of a Changing Man. My name is Carl, and I'm bringing you another episode. I definitely want to thank everybody for coming out, listening to the show. Definitely for showing support and following the show as far as everything. If you want to hit me up, definitely do that. You can hit me up. My email address is mplsmikid@yahoo or gmail.com. You can also hit me up on Twitter. It's at mplsmikid, Also, you can add me on Facebook. The Facebook page is Aspects of a Changing Man. I also have a YouTube page that is Aspects of a Changing Man, where you can catch every episode on there too. It might be split into 2 or 3 parts, but you definitely can go on there and also listen to the show. And if you do hit me up and you like everything that you hear, definitely hit the follow button, hit the like button for the episode, or or just download and definitely can listen to it anytime. Once again, thank everybody for coming. We definitely appreciate everyone's support of the show as we keep it going to give you the best show that we can. And remember, this is just a show about my perspective on things that I may or may have not gone through. But as I think I see stuff in relationship that could bring it to the brink of problem or breakup, try to put myself in the shoes to help other people see that it is a problem and maybe change the way that they do things. And once again, reason that I do this is because I see the rate of relationships, especially like divorce, being over half, the amount of marriages end in divorce, and then you have the rate of single mothers, especially in the black community, that are at an all-time high, and it doesn't seem like it's going to stop getting higher unless we see what we have as problems within ourselves to fix the relationships. And today I wanted to talk about limits or limiting. The definition of living is a point or level beyond which something does not or may not extend or pass. And the one thing I feel that I should talk about when it comes to limits, especially in relationships, is, you should be limitless. And I don't mean that in a bad way, I mean that in a good way. It should be a limit. You should be limitless in a relationship on how good you can do, on how you do things right, or how you see your partner. If you see your partner as limitless in a good way, you definitely will find value in them. A lot of people feel like limits are going towards a bad way, where they're just limited to one person being in a relationship, or they're limited to things they can do within a relationship as far as wanting some kind of freedom, but that's not really the case. Especially when it comes to one person, I think that it should not be looked at as you're limited to one person. It should be looked at as you are with one person because that's what you want to be with. If you're focused on one person, you're basically able to focus on a lot more than just doing what you need to do to keep these two or more other people around. I mean, back in the day when I was doing my thing and I thought I was limitless, everything was limitless to me in the wrong way. There was a lot of things I had to do to keep people entertained, or keep people around, or keep people just in the vicinity of where they are reachable if anything should happen, or if I'm bored that night, or I just want to get away. I would have to lie, I would have to sneak around, I would have to make sure I, kept everybody at a point where, they're not fading away from their feelings of me being able to get to them. It was just too much that I was focused on instead of being focused on the right thing. And that actually limited me in what I could actually do with the person that I wanted to be with, because of the fact that I was too, my brain wasn't focused on the right thing. So I wasn't able to put the energy that I had into the right place. I was always thinking of the other places that I had to put energy into, and it wasn't a helping situation, especially as much as I did it, especially as much as I had to do. I felt like I had to do it because I wasn't focused on that one person. But the thing is that the other person that I was with, the main person that I was with, um, may have known that I was, going down the wrong road, but they knew that my limit, I was limitless when it came to doing good. They were just waiting for me to see that, but I was putting my effort into the wrong place. Let's put it in a perspective. If you were in a house and let's say you lost like your keys or your wallet, but you're within the house and you lost your wallet within the house. You know where to find your wallet at, or the last place that you had your wallet because of the limits that it could have been in. So you know that within a certain area, that's where your wallet is going to be. So you know that to me, it's like putting something in a box where when you come back to look for it, it will be there. So if I lost my wallet in my room, I don't have to look outside of my room to find my wallet, because that's where I limited my wallet to. If it's outside, then I can't, it's limitless of where my wallet could be. Somebody could have picked it up, or, anything could have happened to it. I mean, anything could happen in your house, but within those limits, that's where it should be. So if it's not in that area, you have to think of other things that could have happened. And when it comes to a person, you can limit them as well. You could put them in a box so you know where to come back to look for them. Let's say somebody cheated on you. Now you put them in the cheating category. So when it comes back to like a conversation where you could talk about, yeah, I've been with cheaters, you could always look at that person and say, well, they were cheaters. They cheated. I can always find them in my mind as a cheater, and that's where they always will be until they show me different, because I have limited them into a cheating category. Once you put somebody in a category, it's hard for them to get out until they show you different. So you actually have limited them into a type of category. And some people will break up with you. Some people will leave you because of the fact that uh, they'll leave you behind because you can't exceed your limits. You can't break out of your limits. I remember there was playing like NBA 2K. Don't know which one. But there was like categories. You would have offensive, you would have defensive, you would have, you know, you would have different type of stuff on there as far as rankings. And then there was a ranking of potential. So the potential is basically how much they rate you on how much you can get better. So if they rate you like an A, that's basically saying you're limitless on how much you can get better. If they gave you an F, they're saying basically you're right there. There's no getting better for you. You will always be that good. If you're that bad, they will say that you always will be that bad. They don't see you being able to actually get better, so they'll grade you with an F. If there's a C, there's a good chance. We see it in him. We don't know if he's going to, but we see that there's a possibility for them to be able to get better. But I mean, that's how they graded you on there. A was basically like, hey, I seen superstars, and I was like, this guy is like great, already, and you're giving him like an A for potential, basically saying like there's no limits to what he's going to be able to do. You see him being able to do a lot more than what he's already doing right now. That's incredible. I can have a 99 in offense, 99 in defense, 99 in mentality, and they possibly would still give you a in potential. And I'm like, how can you? What else can you be? 99 is not the top. That's at the top. I don't see any getting better. But if you see that, then hey, that's great. That's a great thing for for people to see that you actually can be better. A lot of things that I did was because of the fact that I put limits on myself. I didn't see myself being able to get better. I didn't see life being able to get better for me. I didn't see, me being able to get like a good enough job to where, I'd be able to do the things I wanted to do until, an ex-girlfriend of mine actually showed me like, you're able to get better. I was figuring because of the stuff that I've been through, it it hindered me it hindered me from being able to be great. But in that, I think she actually accidentally did it. But in that, she was, she made me believe, I could be great. She gave me the confidence to be able to not stick around with the mindset that I had because I was just limiting myself. And she didn't want to be around a person that, was going to stay at a level. She was like, hey, you're good at what you're doing right now. That's okay that you're putting in effort. I was thinking I was at like a $10 an hour job. And, 15, 18, $20 was just a dream to me. So, she came and she was like, look, man, I know some people that have been in the same type of situation as you, have been to jail, been to prison, or, they've always thought that their pay was good enough. But I told them, you could be a much better than that. You don't have to stick to that. And just, just seeing myself being able to have that, being able to do stuff like that, I actually got the confidence to be able to stand up for myself and say, yeah, I actually can. I'm grateful for meeting her because of the fact that, everybody was saying like, you can do it, but nobody was telling me how I could do it. And it was now, now just saying like, oh yeah, you could do it. No, I really can't, man. If you look at this and you look at that. But then somebody saying, well, here's the reason that you can, here's what you have to do, this is why you can do it, don't limit yourself, actually gave me the confidence to be able to say, okay, I can exceed the limits that I'm putting on myself. And it was a great thing for me because even if I was, I don't think that if I still had the mindset that I have, I wouldn't be making this show right now. Just being able to think that, with who I've been, I can exceed my expectations for myself. I can exceed those.